Afternoon, everyone. Just gonna wait till about 2:35 and then we're just gonna kick off. We're just gonna wait for some latecomers just to dial in, if there is any. So if you just bear with us and we'll begin shortly. Hope everyone can see us, Lisa, because we just had one dial off. Right, should we kick off, Lisa?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Yeah, so if we get some more popping in, we'll just admit them in. So thank you for joining today. So today we're just going to run through our newest product, which is the Contractors Combined. We only went live with this in the last couple of weeks. It might be very, very new to some of you. Some of you might have already seen it. We've had a number of quotes already coming through, which is fantastic. And we've bound a good amount of these risks already, which is great. We do send out quite a bit of marketing information, stuff like that, but you don't always get the chance to sit and read through it. So I just thought we'd just prepare a few slides today and just let you know full detail about this new offering. I don't think it'll take anywhere near an hour. I think it'll take maybe half an hour at the most. There's really not many slides, so we should get through it pretty quickly. But it just gives you an opportunity to find out a little bit more about the product at a higher level. I'm also joined today by my colleague Lisa. So I'll introduce Lisa properly on the next slide. She'll be able to answer any technical underwriting questions if there is any, because she's very much an expert in this field, whereas I'm not. She's also had a hand in testing this product out as well when it was in build. So you really do, you guys today really do have the best chance of getting all the information that you need before quoting for this product. So today we have myself, Georgia. So I have the pleasure of looking after the relationship between NBS and you lovely lot. So earlier last year, I was given the opportunity within the sales team here at NBS, and since then I've started my own panel of brokers, and I've also acquired a few existing ones that we had on the books. My panel is about 60 brokers strong, so it's not massive. This 60 consists of brokers all the way from Scotland right down to London, and I also look after to Northern Ireland. I'm joined today by Lisa Jones. She's one of our new development underwriters. So Lisa is based in Wales, but she also gets out on the road quite a bit and meets with brokers around her region. Like I said earlier, I think it's fair to say she knows this product inside and out. So you guys really, really do have the best chance of getting every bit of information you'll need. So before we kick off into Contractors Combined, I think it was really bad practice for me not to take this opportunity to just quickly take through the whole of NBS, our product suite. It's not going to be the main focus of today, of course, because we've done a few webinars recently covering all of this, so you might have already seen this. But for some people who might be new to using NBS or haven't really used NBS much before but hadn't had the agency there, I just wanted to summarise our product set. So we work on very, very simple package policies, things like pubs, restaurants, hotels, B&Bs, takeaways, and also we've got within that hair and beauty salons, petrol stations, and sports and social clubs, gyms, that kind of thing. We have a wealth of experience in writing these kind of risks, with us being an MGA that started off in the hospitality and leisure sector. So about a year ago now as well, we started working on our auto quoting system. So what will happen in about 50% of cases, you will receive an auto quote for the more simple SME packages. So after you've keyed the information in, instantaneously you'll get terms from us straight to your inbox that an underwriter hasn't touched. This is really worth his weight in gold because it helps us massively to cope with the masses of quote volumes that we see from day to day. But yeah, it's just worth bearing in mind that we do have that on offer for this one. So it just makes the life easy for you guys and also us. But with this being said, if you do ever receive one, chances are if you're not happy with it or the price isn't quite there, just pick up the phone to an underwriter or contact myself and I can get in touch with them on your behalf just to see if anything can be done. Because we're always open to working with you guys just to make sure you're all happy. So just moving across to the commercial, things that fall under this is like your nightclubs, your live music venues. These are a real area of expertise for us. We have a very, very experienced panel of commercial underwriters to assist you with these type of risks. Of course, contractors combined and commercial combined are included in this section, with them being classed as quite complex risks depending on the client. Moving along to the right again, we have household. which is written with HCC and Hiscox, and property owners, which is written with Accelerant and Hadron. So there is a little bit of a mix in there. So our household appetite is very non-standard, whether the client themselves is deemed as non-standard or the property is of non-standard construction. However, property owners, whether that be residential or commercial, we do accommodate the more vanilla type of risks, whether that be a city centre office block in London or a commercially owned building with flats above. Property owners has been a real area of growth for us in recent years. And of course, lastly, we have PI, which is written out of our office down in Hitchin. We are looking for UK-based architects, accountancy firms, surveyors, design and construction specialists. As far as we're concerned with PI, it's really, really broad in terms of appetite. And we also have a miscellaneous professions category, should the risk that you have not fall into those categories above. There's always going to be an option to have it put under that one. So now the product overview is out of the way. What we're looking to achieve today really is to home in on the contractors combined, any limits involved. We'll take you through what it is we're looking to write and any straight declines, because the last thing we want you to do is have something on your desk, think, oh, I'll present it to NBS, and then it not be, sadly, within appetite for us. So we just want to set you up with all the information that you'll need. We'll talk through the benefits of a combined product as opposed to the standalone contractor's liability, what we've been famous for previously. So contractors for us, it's something we've been writing for a long time now as a liabilities only offering, but based on broker feedback, we've branched out and introduced contractors combined. So what we're seeing more and more of is the brokers that work with us heavily in all areas, in the contractors liability area as well. They were coming to us to source the liabilities, and they were just saying it would be perfect if you guys could just package it all up, and I'm not having to go to different places to source the works. So we've done just that, which has been a long time in the making, but it's finally here. So this is designed to accommodate trades that have a broad mix of business activities. So just looking ahead to the available covers here, some of these obviously we didn't provide before in the ELMPL only offering, which was fine, but we never covered things like contract works, plant, whether that be owned or hired. We never covered money, for example, goods in transit, and you never got the luxury of having the 250k PI cover as well packaged in. We can also cover premises exposure, which is pretty unique for this type of product. So let's say, for argument's sake, there's a kitchen manufacturer who happens to do a bit of fitting and installation here and there, and they have a lockup or workshop or something of the sort. We can cover the premises exposure under the policy for property damage and theft. So what we've got outlined here are the limits within the covers. So as you can see, we can do a 15 million limit total sum insured, which includes the business interruption. And the max contract value we can accommodate under this is up to 5 million. Also covered would be owned and hired in plan with a single article limit of 100,000, and the total limit of the hired in plan must not exceed 250k. The limit of the value of employees' tools is 20k with a single article limit of 2,500, and the 10 million EL cover is given a standard. Public and products liability is at 5 million. We have a limit of 250k cover for the PI aspects, and then we have excess of loss that can be added on. So under excess of loss, it can be a 5/5.
And just to interject, guys, just to emphasize on what Georgia said, we can actually write businesses with up to a £20 million turnover. So if you've got on the larger scale businesses, we can look to accommodate them as well.
Thank you, Lisa. So in terms of excesses then, as you can see, it varies per head of cover. So the ones that we've got here, obviously they're on the screen, so I won't go through every single one of them. You might have already seen them if you have had the chance to quote on this already. But for those who haven't, then all excesses are clearly set out within quote schedules that we issue. But in short, We have the material damage related excesses, things like subsidence, employees' tools, goods in transit. We do have a £500 excess for third-party property damage, which it'd have to increase to 1,000 in respect of incidental, roofing/scaffolding work. And of course, underneath that, we've got the heat work away and the depth work/civil engineering activities. But if anyone happens to have any more questions to do with the excesses that we have under this one, then just pop it in the Q&A and we'll get this answered for you. So moving on to the target business then, and the trades that we're looking to write. So as a starting point, we like companies that have been established 5 years plus. However, we can look to quote if the client has previous experience in that same line of work. We're looking for clients with low claims experience. However, if the client has had a few claims previously, then if we were presented with it, our commercial underwriters are experienced enough to know that they can make an informed decision on whether they'd accept it based on the claims information we're given. There might just be a few extra questions that get asked from our side to be able to issue a quote. Businesses that are part of a trade associations. So I know the Federation of Master Builders is a really, really popular one that comes up frequently. Health and safety accreditations like CHAS, just as one example. So really, the more qualified, the better as far as we're concerned for those high-level contractors. I do actually have a full trade list kicking about somewhere in my documents. So if anyone would like the full one, then please feel free to drop me an email. But in summary, the contractors we'd love to see under this product are those air conditioning contractors, kitchen and bathroom installers, plumbing and heating contractors is a real area we know we're competitive in also. Double glazing contractors, damp proofers, furniture installers, landscape gardeners can be considered as well. So just worth noting as well, so the trades that are available under this new offering, they haven't changed in terms of the old offering. So what you find was in appetite in the old offering is still valid in this other one. So nothing's been added or taken away, really. So on the flip side then, these are the trades would decline if they were presented to us. So clients looking for EL only, offshore work to a high percentage, or any work in hazardous locations. Standalone roofers and scaffolders would be a decline, as it was under contractor's liability. Hot roof works, we're not so keen on. Demolition, but we're happy to look at incidental demolition for argument's sake, if it's a general builder who's knocking down an area of a property to either reinstate or rebuild, we've got no issues with that. Wet civil engineering, so anything where the land would meet the water, timber framed buildings exceeding 3 stories would struggle to assist with as well. Height work above 25 metres we'd struggle with, only because we can only write up to 25 metres upon referral. New venture businesses, as I mentioned before, if the client has a proven track record of working in that same line of expertise, then we can look to quote. Unspent convictions, that's a standard for us across all products. Any trade specialising in installing solar panels would be a no for us, along with any road traffic management companies. Any companies knowingly handling asbestos would be out of appetite for us as well, and anyone working below the 3 metres below the ground. And last but not least, the main features and aspects of the products we feel brokers would benefit from. So, of course, now everything can be included in one policy. So essentially, it's a one-stop shop. It's clear for everybody involved. So it's one finance agreement, less time spent from a broker's point of view in sourcing the covers from different providers. As always, we work on a same-day turnaround on quotes, which ensures a smoother and quicker quoting process. As mentioned earlier, our commercial underwriters have many many years experience in this sector, Lisa being a living, breathing example of one of those underwriters on this panel who will take care of your submissions. All our products, including Contractors Combined, are backed by A-rated markets. We won't work with anybody less, just to ensure stability for yourselves. So Accelerant and Hadron are the capacity providers behind this particular product. We can actually look at doing multiple businesses under one policy, so there can be different various different trades if the client also undertakes work in more than one area. Looking at the trades as a whole, there's a broad spectrum of occupations, including those considered high risk, that we can look at. So far, we've actually found that our rates are very competitive against the rest of the market, and definitely for the ones that we've won anyway. I think I had a cleaning contractor where I think we were £400 below target. So it really is worth giving us a go for anything that you might already hold if it's coming up for renewal, or any new business that you're attacking. So there we have it. Hopefully, we've covered off everything you need to know about our new offering. So anybody here should have access to this via the portal. So upon logging in, you should find Contractors Combined within your available products, and you'll be able to quote on this straight away. So if anybody has any questions, now is the time to pop them in the Q&A. A copy of this recorded webinar will be sent to you alongside with the slides. So you'll be able to use them as a point of reference, or share them with a colleague that couldn't make it today for whatever reason. But yeah, that is Contractors Combined in a nutshell. If anybody has any questions, pop them in the Q&A and Lisa will be on it.
Thanks, George.
No, that's okay. Thanks, Luke. Oh, I've gone dark. There we go. No, I think we're all good, aren't we? Oh, we've got Amy. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Amy.
I think you covered everything off, George.
Yeah, I think we've done it, haven't we? We've still got my mate Simon. Hello. Bye-bye.
Right, I'm gonna jump off, George. If there's no questions from anyone, then yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
head
let's
off.
just ask Simon. Simon, do you have any questions? I think I'm unable to mute you, Simon. Just bear with me. I think you muted as standard with it being a webinar, but if you're all good, give me the thumbs up. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Lisa and Simon. I'll hopefully speak to you soon.
Yeah, speak to you soon. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.